I don't know what it was, but I was pissed. I was so mad because I'm glad I walked in when I did. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Where is Neva. We got to have story time. We're not gonna have story time about Dar, but actually we're gonna talk about Frankfurt, Germany, and my hostel experience. So, before I talk about that, I have a question for you all. Should this be called Pillow Talk with Jeneva? Because I'm currently in the bed. Should this be called Sleepy Time? I don't know what to call this. So comment below, what should I call this? Story time, whatever. Because I'm going to do this every time I talk about a trip I've been to. Alright, so let's go back to the topic. It's going to be about hostels versus hotels. So in Frankfurt, Germany, I stayed in a hostel. I stayed in the Frankfurt hostel. It was beautiful. I'm glad I did, especially being alone. I met other expats. I met a lot of travelers and met so many friends. I actually made a dope ass video with a guy named Romeo. Hi Romeo. And it was phenomenal. And he actually works at Frankfurt Hostel. So if y'all go to Frankfurt Hostel, tell him I sent you, okay? Anyways, let's talk about the topic, hostels versus hotels. So preferably, I would rather stay in a hotel than a hostel. However, traveling solo, hostels are a great choice. Number one, they're a great choice because you get to meet travelers. Number two, you get to meet travelers. Number three, you get to meet travelers. You're not alone. Even if you are alone, you're not really alone. You get to meet people, you get to mingle, people who will have the same mindset, people who are doing the same thing, talk about different journeys, talk about different places to go, and network. I love networking. Hostels are not always bad. Like, the Frankfurt hostel is beautiful. They had a dope view. I stayed in a bedroom with 3 other women. We're gonna talk about that later. And it was a learning experience, let's say that. It was my first hostel experience by myself. And I would do it again. I actually did it a couple more times after I left Frankfurt, Germany. Hotels are more pricier. You're alone more because you have a room to yourself. You have to network more to meet people. But if you're with other people, you don't really have to network because you're with people. They're usually cleaner and nicer, but they're more expensive. Also with hostels, you can get, some places you can get a bedroom to yourself, which still can be cheaper than buying a hotel room. So that's my little theory about hostels and hotels and stuff like that. I recommend hostels if you're traveling alone, but still be careful. Do your research. Hostels are not all bad. There are some beautiful hostels. So someone just DM'd me and was amazed how beautiful this hostel is. Let me tell you this. There are numerous of beautiful hostels and you're saving money. Please don't just think hostels are scary and raggedy. Do your research, Google search. Or you guys can book me as your travel consultant and we can plan a trip together. Anyways, now let's talk about story time. My hostel experience in Germany. So, I was in Germany for 3 days and I enjoyed it. I was nervous at first. I'd never been to Europe. I was scared. I was excited at the same time. So I went there, checked out the hostel, got a room, and dormed with 3 other women. So another thing with hostels experience, when you got like a 4-bedroom plus, people are coming in, coming out. So I met maybe 6 people since I was staying in that hostel for 3 days. So the last group of women that I stayed in the hostel with, they were nice. I think they were from Spain or something. And we introduced each other and they asked for me to go out. It was later on in the night and it was my last night in Frankfurt. They was like, yeah, you can come out with us. And I was like, I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. I didn't end up going out with them, but they went out. They had a good time. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I still was in the hostel, chilling with everybody in the lobby area. I was debating on if I was going to pull an all-nighter because I had to catch a plane early, or if I was going to go to sleep. After talking to people at the hostel, they told me I should pull an all-nighter. So I pulled an all-nighter, hanging out. We were drinking, we were talking, and I didn't realize that the girls in my hostel, in my room, were there. So anyways, I was getting ready. It was maybe like 5 o'clock now, 5 in the morning, to go to catch my flight to go to London. So as I go get ready to go get my things, I walk down this little, it's kind of dark hallway, walk down this dark hallway, and I open the door. Remind you, I booked a female dorm room with 3 other females. It was currently occupied by me and 2 other women. So I get into the dorm room, and I open the door, and I look on the floor, and there was clothes sprout out all on the floor. I moved my bed, like I made my bed in a certain way so that I can know if somebody was in my bed. And it seemed like my bed was messed up. Remind you, I wasn't sleeping that night because I was going to catch my flight in maybe like an hour. So I'm looking at my bed, I look. Why did I turn around and looked at this bunk bed? Remind you, there's bunk beds. And I see this man laying down, sprout out on the bed. And this woman, like I turned the light on, this woman peeking up on the corner. Then I seen condoms all on the floor. And then the other girl was on the top bunk, and she was knocked out. I don't know what I walked into. I don't know if it was an orgy. I don't know if it was a sex party, which is an orgy. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But I was pissed. I was so mad. Because I'm glad I walked in when I did. Because if I walked in earlier and seen that they was doing some wild shit in my room that we all booked so that we all can stay comfortably and safely, oh, I don't know what I would do. I was hot. So you know what I did? To being petty, I just started making a whole bunch of noise. And this dude gonna wake up and start looking all mad and irritated. And I wanted him to say something so bad because I wanted to tell him, you don't even belong here. Because it was a female dorm room. Why are you here? Why are you laying down? Why are you asleep? Why is there condoms all on the floor? Why is this clothes? Why are you naked? Just imagine if I walked in that room and they were in the mid of doing something. So, would I recommend hostels? I still would recommend hostels because once again, I have a story to tell y'all, but at the same time, it's cheaper. You don't have to do the 4-bedroom. Plus, you can do your own bedroom, but it's still cheaper. You get breakfast for the most part. Sometimes the Frankfurt hostel fed you dinner, which was great. And yeah, so book your hostel today. I love you guys. I hope you all having a phenomenal day. Thank you for watching my story time, bedtime, pillow talk, whatever I'll call this. Comment below. I love you. Blessings.